Alright, good morning. It's time once again, as for the past 2 weeks it has not often been, for the weekly one-shot, and this one, this week, is Driver. I've never played this game before. I've never been much for racing games in general, aside from Burnout Paradise, which is great fun for what it's worth. The game might look tiny to you right now. I hate this game, and this game hates me when it comes to running it. It looks small now. When we get into the gameplay, it does perk up a bit. Well, it better perk up a bit, or else all my settings are out of whack here. So the challenge comes in from Radu, and I have to beat 7 phone calls. That does sound strange, right? I'm assuming that we get phone calls to tell us what missions are. And we have 2 hours in which to complete them, and the timer is meant to start as soon as we start the game. I was hoping to play this with a controller, but controller controls are ass for this game. What was it? It's like my analog stick was to steer left and right and go forwards and backwards, and that was causing all sorts of problems. So we got to play undercover. We get a nice cutscene to enjoy first. Let's...
Truth is, Tanner, 3 years on the department and you're still the best driver I got. We don't get too many ex-racing boys in here. Lowlife rumble in Miami is there's a hunt on for a guy who can pump the gas. Big getaway, big job. Maybe even some kind of hit. Some hood by the name of Rufus is in the picture. We need a line on it. Coffee? Black, right? Guys upstairs were asking for you in person. Look, we need you to go under. But no one's gonna know except me. If I bring anyone else in, I'll let you know. I need your badge. Any questions?
Okay, we good, and I think it should be normally sized now. So, I was told as soon as the game starts, the timer has to as well. And they're saying, show us what you can do. Well, first, I need to show that I know the controls here. Well, I don't get to WASD. Okay, I can go back by pressing slash. And forward with apostrophe. Left and right with Zulu and X-ray. Alright. Now what? Alright, we got a burnout. A burnout with, a burnout with the pound sign. And handbrake with enter. That sounds like enough to... Oh, come on, man. It's my first time behind the wheel here. Okay, fission mailed already. Let's just restart then. Okay, now we know, right? Forward, backwards. Okay, brake is also backwards. Burning out, hand braking. So we got a list of things to do in the top right. We've already managed to burn out and handbrake. I don't know what a slalom is, but I'm pretty sure I know what a 180 is. Maybe the handbrake can help us with that. Okay, I got a speed. I don't know what a brake test is, though. No, really, what's a brake test? Gotta do a 360 as well. Maybe the handbrake can help with that.
What the hell was that, man? You ain't no driver.
Okay, I'm assuming this is meant to be the tutorial, and just giving you nothing but a list of things to do and 1 minute to do it seems slightly over the top. I don't know if the sound is way too high on the game or not. The sound effects seem pretty rough to me. Alright, let's try this again with what we know.
You crazy?
We could do that lap first. I don't even know where to put my fingers for these wacky controls.
You crazy?
There we go, we got our lap done at least. Get the speed, the 180. Let's see, they want us to do a reverse 180 as well.
You crazy? You crazy? You wrecked the car, man.
We got any way to skip this?
God damn.
Alright, well, we got our 180. We got our lap. Got our burnout. It says speed, but there's no speedometer.
You crazy?
Oh man, this car skids like nothing on earth as well. What is this ass? How much speed do they want? Okay, come on. I'm sure we can clear the tutorial of the game.
Hey man, watch the paint.
Wait, did one of my wheels go flying off there as well? Okay, well that's some of them done. Am I meant to duck and weave here? What the hell were they thinking with this? I'm not even sure at this rate we're going to be seeing any phone calls. First we gotta get out of here.
What the hell was that, man? You ain't no driver.
I didn't know Jake was going in so blind. I've never played this game before. I've never played any driver games.
Hey man, watch the paint.
Good. I mean, I played plenty of GTA 3, and in the same vein, Scarface, The World Is Yours. Compared to that, the handling on the on this car is just god-awful. What is a brake test?
Hey man, watch the paint. Hey man, watch the paint.
Okay.
You wrecked the car, man.
What the hell is this? And again, my wheel just goes skidding off there.
Hey man, watch the paint.
A friend of mine that I lived with liked to do this with his car for some reason. I never really quite understood the appeal, but I assure you the car didn't. Hey, whatever I did there was a brake test. Right, now we need to, let's see, burn out. Let's do a 180.
Damn.
We need some speed.
You crazy?
Not whatever that was.
You
Oh,
wrecked the car, man.
oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, can I 180 at least? No, I think you need to have the handbrake on for a 180. Oh, maybe.
God damn.
Damn, and of course I've lost my run where I managed to do a brake test. I can just imagine the frustration of like 10-year-old kids that get this game for Christmas and they're immediately greeted with this. And judging from the time, this will be one of the first early 3D car driving games there were. What
God damn.
in God's name is a brake test? Oh man. The practice of sneaking punishment games in as weekly one-shots is still in full effect, I see. You know what, we still haven't managed a slalom. Oh, okay, whatever that was a brake test, and that was just driving forward and right and then jamming on the brakes. Okay, let's slalom. How's any kid meant to know what a slalom is?
Hey, man, watch the paint.
I don't think I've slalomed yet. No. And I've been failing at the 360 as well. Pretty miserably. Oh, there we go. Hey, almost there. Oh no, we're out of time again.
Ain't no driver.
Okay. Okay. I see we're gonna be here for a while. Better get settled in. It's pronounced Slarlom, Jake. That is obviously wrong because there's no R in it. If it was going to be pronounced Slarlom, there'd be an R there. There's plenty of space for it. Okay. Burnout. Let's try and... Jeez,
Hey,
takes...
man, watch the paint.
Can we 360? There we go. Although I think that was a bit more than a 360. Okay, now let's brake. How are we 40 seconds deep already? Get speed!
God damn.
Alright, how about that reverse 180? Not managed that yet.
Hey, man, watch the paint.
Oh, this is someone's childhood right here. Thankfully not mine. Alright, there's our lap, there's our burnout. Let's do our brake test. Handbrake. 180. Let's try slaloming. And we're again 40 seconds deep here. Alright, that's a slalom. Now, let's 360. I don't think I 360'd there. And let's get some speed going. Oh my
Maybe I'll give you a call when
God.
I get to the grocery store.
Okay. I'm trying to think of any harder tutorial I've ever faced. I'm not seeing any. Right, let's go, let's go, let's go. I think lap is my best opportunity to get speed as well, but how much speed are we talking?
You crazy? Hey, man, watch the paint.
Hey, man. Okay.
How am I meant to get any speed going here? Oh well, whatever I did, I got the speed. Alright, now let's brake test and then slalom. It's getting really dark now. Maybe I smashed out my headlights. Got my 180 while I'm at it. We slalomed. Alright, reverse 180 and we're done.
Hey, man.
Oh. Alright, we're almost there. Although I don't know how I got speed. Oh jeez, this thing goes off the rails at the slightest provocation. kind of speed are we talking about?
Hey, man. Okay.
God damn! God damn!
You wrecked the car, man.
Fudgy says, Jake, I rented this game back in the day. 3-day rental and I never finished the tutorial. I can see why. If I was playing this game for fun, I would have dropped it by now. Well, no, I'd probably feel like I have to prove something by completing the tutorial.
God damn!
How do I get the speed, though?
Hey, man, watch the paint.
Hey, man. Okay.
Alright, well, let's slalom while we're at it. You gonna let me brake test here? Not seeing how I was able to brake test before, but not now.
What the hell was that, man? You ain't no driver.
Christ almighty. Can do it yet.
God damn!
So Radu, by 7 phone calls we did mean just beat the tutorial, right? So I'm thinking that might be the 2 hours right there. God, I can't brake test anymore.
Hey, man. Okay.
Alright, change 35 seconds deep already and no slaloming.
God damn!
There's one slalom. Now I've still never done the reverse 180, but surely it's just a case of reversing and
What the hell
turn
was
now.
that, man? You ain't no driver.
Oh me, oh my. See, the horrible thing about these weekly 1 punishments is that they tend to come bundled with a bonus punishment game as well. The hell is a brake test? Yeah, typically tutorials teach you the controls and such, the controls and the concepts, rather than just immediately giving you a timed mission to do them all in. And that slalom needs like 20 or so seconds in itself. I need to figure out how to do this brake test, because everything else I pretty much... Oh, okay.
What the hell was that,
We did it
man?
that time.
You ain't no driver.
Ah, okay. Okay. Now, something else I need to figure out, because now I know how to do everything right, is a reverse 180.
God damn!
Because it doesn't turn very well whilst reversing, it just kind of drifts.
You crazy?
Oh, that's a brake test.
Hey, man, watch the paint.
You wrecked the car, man.
Show us what you can do. Well, I'm doing that. At least I'm doing that. Alright.
Hey, man, watch the paint.
Man, these brakes aren't good enough. How in God's name do you do a reverse 180?
crazy? God damn! You wrecked the car, man!
Oh my days. Yeah, I was just recently complimenting the PS2 era for a time when
You crazy?
we had relative amounts of budget spent on interesting ideas. Okay, that counted as speed somehow.
God damn!
And then a game like that. Wait, was this PS? Was this even PS2? I'm guessing so. It seems slightly too high fidelity for the PS1.
God damn!
Come on, that was definitely more than 180 done in reverse. Oh, this was really PS1? It's actually quite impressive looking for the PS1.
Hey, man! Okay.
Alright.
God damn! No!
A reverse 180.
God damn!
I feel like this tutorial is one of those products from when developers got too good at their own game. Alright.
God damn!
You can't keep accelerating for the reverse 180, you need to use the brake. But the brake is reverse. Unless there's another button for the brake that I've not yet found. Oh, is it spacebar? Oh, I think spacebar is brake.
You wrecked the car, man!
We'd know that if this tutorial taught us anything. Alright.
You crazy? God damn!
Alright. Knowing this. It's a pretty poor brake. This tutorial is teaching you, isn't it? Perhaps not. Right.
God damn! You crazy? Hey, man.
Come on. Get reversed 180ing.
Man.
Alright, might as well get the lap done first.
Hey, man. Watch the paint. God damn!
Come on, 180.
Crazy? You crazy? You wrecked the car, man!
Oh me, oh my.
You crazy?
Might be getting closer.
Watch the paint.
Squeeze out a few more degrees. No. Okay. Okay. There's a reverse 180. Alright, now we have all the tools we need to
Hey,
beat
man.
this tutorial.
Watch the paint. You wrecked the car, man!
Good thing there wasn't a lives limit on this one. Could you imagine?
You crazy?
Alright, well, whilst I'm in this position, we'll get slaloming. And then I guess we'll brake test. Oh, but we didn't get speed there, or did we? Hard to say.
Hey, man. Okay.
Alright, now let's just reverse 180. How in God's name did I get 360 but not a 180?
You crazy?
Ah!
Maybe I'll give you a call when I need a ride to the grocery store.
Okay, come on then. These nutters can't count. You see, 360 is greater than 180.
You crazy? Hey, man. Okay. Wow!
Okay, just the 180. There we go.
Now let me out. I don't feel too good.
Me neither. Right. Right. Quarter of our time gone. We've managed to beat the tutorial. Let's continue. Get a new job. Can we just do this instead? Okay, okay.
You have one.
Sounds good, let's do it. Get to the bank, okay. Where's the bank? Okay, yeah, this is definitely PS1, although I have seen PS2 games that look this bad. So there was an actual game outside that garage. And the car can take a bit more of a beating now. Still though, where's that bank at? Bank. Oh, hang on, I see something on the map. Something red and flashing. What do you mean too late? I'm looking at the bank. Jake, can you explain which buttons are used to drive this thing? So Z and X. Oh, there is some kind of guidance on the map. It's that slightly darker area. Z and X. Z steer left, X steer right. Apostrophe to accelerate. Spacebar to brake. Slash. I forget if it's back or forward slash. To go in reverse or brake. Pound sign to burnout, which thinking about it might be useful here. Enter to handbrake, I think. Yeah. Not really feeling that burnout right now, though. Nightmare bindings. It's pretty nightmarish. Is there meant to be no music whatsoever in this game? See, there's your 180. Oh, good reactions on that guy. Oh, Crivens, I got 6 seconds left. Come on. Okay, what do you want? Okay. Let's go back to the bank then. Every nanosecond counts in the life of crime. Yeah, I saved them some time by being ready on the pavement. Should be thanking me. Out of my way, sunshine. Your hubcap can't come with me. Whew, man, ZNX for steering is throwing me off something fierce here. But no, I do not typically play driving games. I played Grand Theft Auto 3 a lot, and Scarface, The World Is Yours, slightly less, but still a lot, and both of those I played on the PlayStation 2, so I used a controller. I can't think of ever having played a driving game with PC controls before. Alright. The spacebar brake is not really braking me anymore.
Get us out of here!
Alright, sure. the AI, the cars driving into each other there.
Do something! We got a tail!
Yeah, I know we got a tail. Oh wow, we're losing all the draw distance on everything. There's no way roads like this exist in real life. No way.
Do something! We
I
got
get
a tail!
flooded in a light shower.
We lost it!
I think driving is easier with controller than a keyboard. I tried it with a controller initially,
Lose the tail!
but it just was not working. Because steering left and right was done with the analog stick, but going forward and backward was also done with the same analog stick. So unless you were pinpoint precision turning with it, you would just fly off the rails.
We got a tail, man!
Okay, really, where is the music? Oh, music is off by default? What? Let's get accelerating again. So about that music. Oh, what?
We got a tail, man!
Interesting. Oh, well, no, of course that's not true at all. I played loads of Euro Truck Sim. That's a driving game. And UK Truck Sim. And UK Truck Sim, I didn't play with keyboard and mouse. No, I didn't play it with steering wheel. Played it with keyboard and mouse.
We got a tail, man!
Yeah, well, we've barely got a car left, man. Where's your lockup? I don't think GPS was quite so widespread at this time. Oh, we see the lockup. So which one of these is yours? Get the freaking go. Alright, I was well done. Maybe that's my engine. Okay, we can continue. Let's get ourselves a new job. Sounds good. Alright, I think that was one phone call. Wait, is that even a phone call? Not sure a tape recorder message counts as a phone call. Alright, let's... Oh my. Does this thing have the handbrake like stuck on or something? Come on. I've driven great distances with my handbrake still on. Oh, right, G-Pick is saying, here's the driver OST, stick it on the background music for the experience. Good idea. Oh, that's so much better. I can't stand playing games without music. It makes me nervous. Although that might be a bit loud. Oh. Music is hard, you know. Come on, down you go. I'm actually not sure if it's making the experience more tolerable or not. Oh well. Plow forward regardless. Right, I can't forget, through the torture of playing this game, that we are on a timer and this is a challenge. We've completed one phone call in 36 minutes, meaning we have 6 more to do in an hour 20 something. So let's keep rolling. This map makes so little sense. I don't know where this is meant to be set, but I'm guessing USA. What's the point of the felony meter? Maybe it dictates how much they want to chase me. Look at the map disappearing because the draw distance. Right, they lost me. Great. Oh, they're about to find me again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Police ramming me now? What did I even do? What have I done to earn the ire of the local policia? Damn right you've lost me, and I've almost lost my car. Ah, shoot. Ah. Well, back to the drawing board. Right, so we're meant to be hiding evidence. I don't know what the evidence is. Maybe it's the car itself. Nice try. Ooh, he's able to weave, isn't he? Alright, there we go. Just steer clear of the police. Oh, they're coming right at me. Not much hope there. So anybody got the year that this was released? Because depending on it, there are some quite impressive effects on display here. Draw distance not being one of them. And maybe traffic AI also not being one of them. Come on, Donut Breath, drive straight. It's mashing every car behind me. Oh, we can take this this view as well. Oh, Christ. Maybe rethink that. $19.99. That's $19.90. Not bad. What was I even playing in 1999? Probably a lot of... No, Perfect Dark wasn't out yet, was it? I guess I was playing a lot of GoldenEye. Buck Bumble and Forsaken. Get off of me, you suicidal police force. Oh no! Wrecking my car. And that head-on collision really did in the evidence. I got given this for my birthday, Jake, says Tarkin. It was not a good birthday. No, I can't imagine it would be with this. I can't remember how I got my hands on Final Fantasy X for the first time, but I didn't own it. And I wasn't the kind of person to borrow games from friends, so I still don't know how I ever played it before I owned it. Regardless, I did play it and I went, wow, this game is terrible. And then what did I get that Christmas but a copy of Final Fantasy X. I think that was my first real case in life of having to put on a disingenuous smile for a present you didn't really want. Because usually I can see the good in anything. But I would play any game I'm given, so I played a lot more of Final Fantasy X, and you know what? It's probably my favorite Final Fantasy now. Where the hell am I going? I mean, Final Fantasy X was just bursting with content, and it looked terrific. And I know the voice acting gets slammed for the game, but that's by Pebble Brains who cannot understand the succinct undertones in it all. Speaking of a grower, this music's growing on me. I wonder if you got to hear any of these tracks during the parking lot tutorial. Now, calling that a tutorial is lambasting of all tutorials out there. It was more of a test. You know, if you can get through this, you can get through anything the game has to offer. God, that time is ticking away for me. This is only the second mission. I think my best option is taking these dual carriageways. That way I have a lot more dodge and weave room. Oh, whoa, I'm there. Right. How do I get to it now? God, this is like driving in Derby. You can see where you need to go, but you just can't get there. Lose the tail. Must I? Yeah, they lost me. Here you go. There, I've done well. 2 down, 5 more to go. Let's get a job. Accept it with no questions. Ooh. Night mission, eh? Go meet them. Who's them? Dang, even better lighting effects in Top Gear for the Super Nintendo. Oh, what a game. But I'm pretty sure I already ran Top Gear as a 2 hours of hell, so I can't come crawling back to it. There's bound to be people out there that know my own streams better than me. But I think I did run Top Gear. Always taking the fuel-efficient car, because there's nothing worse than needing a pit stop. So, what suspicious things have I done? I'm just driving here. Okay, well I think I got my high beams on, even though I'm in traffic, and I guess that's a bit of a no-no. Maybe I should look at that map. Fascinating. As in the show? No, not the show. The game for the Super Nintendo called Top Gear. It was a severely mediocre 2D car racing game. However... Oh, this is a trap. However, the music was phenomenal. Oh, cripes, I'm on a timer here. Again. Out of my way, dingus. You did not run Top Gear. That's not right. I am certain that I've streamed Top Gear. Well, hell. If it means I can run it again, all the better. Fun game. Well, it's actually not very fun, but I really like the music, and it has a big lot of nostalgia value. I don't think I ever actually owned the game, but my best friend way back in primary school, he did. So I'd go around to his place to play it. Moronic police. Oh god, too busy laughing at him, making the same mistakes myself here. Whoa, okay, I don't think I'm gonna get to my destination in 10 seconds here. Alright, boatman, I'm here. I'm here, don't you, oh, come on! Ah. Me, oh my. Alright, no more goofing off here, right? I've almost burned half my time here, and again, we've completed 2 missions. We need to do 7. I know I'm God's gift to gaming, but I am... What the fun is up with these police? Are they gonna book me for crashing into the copper's car? You veered right into me. Okay, well... I can run my mouth all I want after I've beaten this mission. And 4 more missions. I could do with little booster bumps off of the police at this rate. Come on, I got a boat to get to, I think. And that's assuming that's all there is to this. If I have to shake the coppers as well to make the delivery, I'm in a bad place. Anyone else getting Roller Coaster Tycoon vibes from this? Feels like I put on, I don't know, Rock 2 on my Ferris wheel here. Alright, let's not smudge the finish. We're right there. Out of my way! What do you mean to be continued? We are done. Done, I tell you.
Need you to make an exchange. This case for a locker key. It's a sweet deal. Cash for a key. In and out. Wham, bam, boom. Meet them at the marina. Get the key or stay out of town.
Okay. Oh, jeez. And the timer's still ticking. And I'm still drowning in felony. Well, damn, okay. Gotta be careful not to trash the car here. Real careful. Oh, well now. Let's hope that doesn't put me right to the start of the... It doesn't. Sweet. Yeah, I heard you the first time. It's not gonna repair your car for you, though. What a crappy game. I'm so sorry for anybody that played this back in the day. Then again, maybe I'm just saying that with my gigantic future man intellect. Perhaps playing this in '99 was the dog's bollocks. Crappy game, Jake. What about the music? It's music, alright. I ended up trading this in 2 weeks and getting MechWarrior 2 Mercs. I'm not familiar with MechWarrior in the slightest. Brute Queen was trying to... Oh, okay, those coppers really have it in for my car. Cash for a key. Wham, bam, boom. Let's go. Yeah, Brute was trying to tell me to get into MechWarrior, but I don't think so. Especially not when it's an EGS exclusive. Oh man. This is gonna be tough. But I don't want to redo the start. Yeah, wham bam boom is what these coppers are doing to my bloody car. I better pay attention to the mini-map and make sure they don't mash into me at any opportunity. If they set up one of those barricades on a place that I can't get around them though, I'm scuppered. Can't take all that damage just shunting them out the way. Fortunately, little things don't seem to do any damage, the cones and the small barricades. Easy does it. Oh, man. Couldn't I just... Whoa! Okay. Let's just fly to the destination, why don't we? And that was just as Corncat was saying that our car needs a jump button. Well, we found it. I got T-boned there. Oh, snap, not again. If I fail after this one, I'm probably going to restart the whole mission. Because it seems real rough getting back there with my no health. But I'm looking at that timer. 55 minutes deep. Oh man. Suicidal police at it again. Alright, last try before I restart the whole mission. It's aggravating since there's only a few minutes. Hold on, maybe the map shows a better way to get back. It really doesn't, does it? I still gotta clear my way over this. Ooh, Jake, do you ever play World's Wildest Police Chases for the PS2? No, I did not. As I said earlier, I haven't really played many racing games. Wow, suicidal coppers are really going for it. Easy does it now. Easy does it. Yeah, at least this way they're unlikely to just ram me out of the blue, now that we've got this carricade in the middle. Whoa, 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 I see you there. Oh, no! Oh, jeez, okay. What do we do? Film director? No, don't do that. Exit? Yeah, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Well, that timer's paused till we get back up to speed. Thought we were done with this. Alright, now let's slalom. Alright, what else do we need? A 360. And then a reverse 360. A reverse 180, rather. I know I hit that car, I meant to. There we go. Oh, what have I not done? Burnout, right? There we go. Done and done right. Let's do this job lightning fast. Jeez. Perhaps save this time. Yeah, I'm thinking I should. I had this naive idea that exiting would take me back to the place where I was getting those voicemail messages. No time to save, even to save time. It's expensive to be poor on saving. It'd be nice. Anybody popping in right now is going to think I'm so competent that I beat Driver in half the time needed. You might think I played myself, but really, I'm getting all that bit more experience playing here. 2L? What?
Get us out of here.
Too early. Too good, perhaps. Man, UK Truck Simulator had more destructible environment than this. Jake, the timer's still off, yeah, and it's gonna stay off until I get back to that mission.
We got a trail, man. Do something. We got a trail.
Whew, Suicidal Copper's on my case again. Thankfully, I'm too fast.
Do something. We got
I don't get the burnout though. Like, I'm not burning out. I'm trying to. I remember that one UK Truck Sim stream where we blasted off to purgatory.
do something. We got a trail.
I'm doing summit. Alright, I'm gonna beat this by getting to the destination, then beat the next mission, and timer restarts.
We got a trail.
Come on, I practically lost them. There we go. Well done, how patronizing. Alright, save game, that's what we want. It's there, it's there. Let's get a job. And hide that evidence. Oh, I'm not hard to find, coppers. Come on. I'm going the wrong way, haven't I? It's alright, I don't want to head west. You can even see on the mini-map how much the copper's weaving about as he drives. What's he even doing? Yeah, that copper wanted to live, so he decided not to ram me. Unfortunately, he lost control of his vehicle and went veering away. Now let's enjoy the lack of draw distance again. You got nothing on me, coppers. Scarface, The World Is Yours was really made special by throwing out ad-libs all the time during these kinds of sequences. Enjoyable game. Pretty terrible game, but it was still enjoyable. Just let that copper do his own thing. And thread the needle. Whoa, now. Holy moly. Suicidal coppers are insane in this one. Why is the timer stopped, says Worm? Because we accidentally reset the entire game. Once we've completed this mission though, we'll be back up to speed and restarting that timer. The city in the game is meant to be Miami. Check the map. The river is the Miami River. You're grossly mistaken if you think I recognize rivers in the US. Grief. It's written on the map. We don't have time for map reading here. Putaturo? What the? Putaturo? I guess it is Latin America Appreciation Month, right? Okay, well it gives me an opportunity to restart the OST, which is only 30 minutes long. Oh man, I'd say I'm looking forward to being done with this mission, but I'm not looking forward to the mission that follows. But I am armed with a bit more information now. I know that I can try and conserve my vehicle for the two-parter. Assuming it is just a two-parter, for all we know it's a 3- or 4-parter. Let's do viewer songs like Trucking, says Death Shed. No, you see, the thing about Trucking is it doesn't make it to YouTube, mostly because the music tends to brutalize it. I don't like having weekly one-shots completely blocked from YouTube thanks to that. Or mostly muted. Then again, I was also warned that the music for this game is somewhat problematic, but we'll see about that. It's not a monetization thing, it's having it actually play on the channel thing plenty of my videos get slammed with the demonetization banner. I think a lot of them get reported by angry people as well. Probably Turks. Almost certainly Turks. Alright, let's be reasonable here. Angry Turks and proud Serbians. Surely I've done nothing to cheese off the proud Serbians. Except relentlessly mock Serbian pride. Whilst at the same time, egoistically drowning in it. Right, let's keep on moving. Jake, dumb question, where are you from? I'm from Scotland. So it's not like I speak from some cultural moral authority here. Oh jeez, get off of me, you punks. Ooh, that isn't good. Come on, get moving before the suicidal coppers do you in. I've got a sliver of health left here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Thread that needle. Oh, I thought my goose was cooked there. Oh no. Easy does it now. Lose that tail. Man, this is one tenacious copper. Come on, surely he's lost me. Go, 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 go! Whew. Alright, very good. Now, we save the game! Then, we get our new job. Case for a key. And we get that timer re-going. Re-going. Thing is, I gotta get there relatively quickly or else I, well, I time out, right? Oh, crumbs, I can't remember the way here. Let's see, I want to head north and then take the first, second, third, fourth, fifth right. Out of my way! It's the first right. Ah, shoot. They did not like my speeding there. Is this my right? Yeah, probably. this some kind of GTA clone? Well, this, I believe, precedes the 3-day GTAs. If I recall, GTA 3 came out in 2002? Or was it 2001? Nah, surely it was 2002. (2001), holy moly. Granted, the earlier GTA was 3D, but it was all top-down nonsense. Meeting that tank under an overpass. The budget they put in the cop cars must be getting destroyed here in Miami. Trashing them at every opportunity. And they're driving on the wrong side of the bloody road. Someone needs to teach these guys how to drive. Maybe me, since I cleared that tutorial in one shot. Okay, we still got half of our health bar left. Well... half-ish, perhaps. Okay, let's go. Did you try setting up your wheel for this? Oh god, no. If I wasn't able to get my controller to work for this, I didn't even want to try with the wheel. Old games are such a pain in the ass to set up for streaming. The exception of those that run neatly inside emulators, because I just really need the emulator to work fine. So really, I'm talking about old PC games. This music is far too whimsical for the game. Come on, driver. Pedal to the metal. We're on a time limit here, and you know it. Oh god, if I have to shake the coppers to make this delivery, it's gonna be hell. This is only the third mission! Used up half my time here. Granted, 35 minutes of that was spent trying to figure out what a slalom is. Never take me alive, boys in blue. God, it's a dead end as well. If they want me to shake the coppers, that is just tough to tooey. Oh, well, I did anyway. Oh, no! No, we don't need to continue, game. We're done. Done and dusted.
Get the case, Seth. Nothing personal, buddy. Take care of him, and I'll see you back at Dodge. Seth? Seth?
Chase the boat. I'm not driving the Bond car here. Do I need a copper to ram into my car and send me flying again? Alright, let's get that boat. I hope this is the right road. If it's the wrong road, well, I'm just scuppered, aren't I? So anyone that's been to Miami, for evidently longer than I have, tell me how accurate this depicts the place. Because it looks like a horrible place to be. Alright, I mean, what are you expecting me to do here? I don't have an Uzi to start shooting this thing down. Stupid cars. Oh well, I guess I'll change it to this landmass then. I'm on to you, sunshine. Now where are you going? Too early. Okay, sure, why not? 3 down, 4 more to go. I do not have a lot of time for each of these. I don't even have 15 minutes apiece. Let's hope some of these are nice and short. Yeah, I'm on a time limit again. Alright, show me the map. Alright. Taking the jewel car. Was it a jewel car? No, no, no! Shoot, I should have saved. Yeah, take the dual carriageway again. Yeah, it's the Roller Coaster Tycoon music again. Rock 2. Nah, no time. Gotta put the foot down. God, I'm such a goody two-shoes here. No felony. Oh! Okay. Oh, they did something to it. Well, that was a minute and a bit burnt right there. Oh god, I dread to think what DDR driving instructor lesson 205 is. Whoa! Kinda glad I never did go driving in America if the police will ram into your car for going 5 miles an hour over the limit. Whoa. They are really out for blood there. Okay, mashing those cars did not do good things for the old felony meter. I wonder if you gain felony by the police hitting you. It's alright, they're only doing tickle damage to me. And they're boosting my speed. Then again, tickle is a kind of pain. Shake these copper jobbers. Damn right they lost me. Oh no, they're right on my tail. Oh no, you do have to lose the tail. That is rough on these time-sensitive ones. Okay, guess I gotta be stepping gingerly with the felonies. Jake, do you stay in Sweden because you realized how superior the metric system is compared to the Imperial? What are you talking about? The UK is almost entirely metric. Is they saying suspect's gonna pay? Am I going the right way? Don't know. How did that get me more felony though? It's the police that are trashing all these cars. Right, it might be a little tough to shake them and make this, but I shall endeavor. I'll also look at my timer going, whoa, I got no time for that. Oh, fun times. This car's a freaking lemon. Oh, how did he detect me? I was nowhere near his line of sight. Yeah, he can probably see the smoke from a mile away. Alright, there we go. 4 down, 3 more to go.
See, here's what's going down. You're talking to Bruce. The kitten's Jesse. The wheels you drive around this town making a whole lot of noise. And you know what? I know you. I know your face. You know who this is, Jesse?
He's just some driving cat.
No,
No, he ain't. He ain't just some driving cat, lady. This cat's got gasoline in his veins. Looks like you could use a drink, pussycat.
I ain't thirsty.
Looks like you could use a drink, pussycat. I was at the track when Rusty Slater got a little bumpy with you. Man, you started some fire that day. I thought they'd never put that baby out. Okay, so listen. You and me gonna do some business, see? The cops are babysitting a friend of mine, and he ain't too happy with the arrangement. I'm gonna take him off their hand. You catch my drift? There's a French cat in an armored car. Man, he's one mean, cold-blooded killer. When he ain't in jail, you know some cat somewhere is gonna take a visit to the morgue with a cap in his ass. See, we gonna bust him out. You gonna drive him away, all the way into a sweet $8,000 bucks. You dig? My friend, you better understand about Rufus. You screw up, you better not show up. We got a deal, man?
Small bills.
Okay. Game. Game. Come on, game. I don't wanna do that again. It's giving me nothing. It's giving me absolutely nothing here. Okay, alright. Is this penance for Nancy Drew? Have I angered certain cults that have led to this? Okay. Did it at least keep my save? Kind of. Can we get it on screen again? Is such a thing even possible? I think it is. There we go. Alright. Now, let's get back up to speed again. Oh, no! Okay, well, here we go. Deathshed says, Jake, by the way, did you get my new punishment game submit? I don't know, Deathshed. You have the ability to check the punishment list right now. I certainly don't. Alright, let's go again. You've got a timer to resume, Doc. Yes, I do, but that's in 2 missions' time. If we ever reach there again, that is, says Frank. Ah, jeez. Yeah, well, let's hope we can blow through this in one shot, because I don't really want to redo these missions again and again. Twice bitten, third shy. I'll be sure to save after this. The people that see the thumbnail for this are going to assume that it went way over time and I lost the challenge because it's so much overtime, but hopefully I win. Obviously I'm always hoping that I win. And then show all of them. Oh, he wanted to ram me, but wasn't happening for you, sunshine. You know, the reason I can tolerate Jagger smack talking right now is because he earned himself a sword. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't be listening to them anymore. Okay, keep going. Let's make the exchange and enjoy the second and third part of this nonsense. Can't help but note that it's beat 7 phone calls, not beat 7 different phone calls. Now we're gonna go with the spirit of the challenge here. I was told to beat 7 chapters, and then I was followed up with, oh, by the way, the game doesn't really have chapters, it's just 7 phone calls. And now that I'm playing it, I realize it's not even phone calls, it's voicemail messages. Perhaps this game is ultimately the inspiration behind Hotline Miami. Both games feature Miami, and cars, and cops. Come on, help me over here. No, no, they didn't wreck my car. We're still moving. Freaking game. Didn't appreciate my slick moves there. Thaggy says I went away for 20 minutes. Did Jake forget to save again? The game crashed on me. Even if I had saved, I would have lost one of the missions. As it happens, I lost 2.5. 2.5? 2? I don't know. I think I have 2 inconclusive weekly one-shots so far. Off the top of my head, Yomiwari, Night Alone, and Perfect Dark are those 2 inconclusives. I'm not in the mood for a third. So let's make our drop. And then chase the boat. Lordy. If my felony was maxed out, I think that copper would have used his psychic powers to track me down there. But because it's relatively low, even though he has the big view beam, it wasn't that bad. Whew. Let's keep going. I've seen it all before. Let's go, 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 go. chase the boat. With this ill-fitting beat. Ramming into me saying suspect hit another vehicle. These daft coppers. Yeah, that was definitely him mashing me and giving me the felony for it. It's alright though, I have no intention of living in America, so I can sit back and laugh. Oh, well, I'm not laughing now. Totaled my ride. I mean, they do the same in Grand Theft Auto 3, but at least then your car isn't made of soap boxes taped together. And if it does start fizzling, you hop out and get yourself a new ride. Oh, Grand Theft Auto 3 was so good. I dread to think how many hours I played that as a kid. Thank you very much, parents, for understanding that just because I play a game where I murder tons of dudes does not mean that I grow up to murder tons of dudes. Well, not in the meat sphere, at least. Policemen's destroying their own carricade. So these 90-degree turns, though, in the road, it's not healthy. Add some curvature, add some banking. God, I'm on a time limit on this one as well. Too early. Favorite GTA game? I only played GTA 3. Well, I played a little bit of a bootleg copy of Vice City, but didn't like it. Alright, we are saved. We are super saved. Let's get a new job, clear that, and then we're back to where we were. Assuming the game doesn't crash, I'm gonna give this game one more freebie on crashing. After that, just going straight in the bin. Didn't you also play San Andreas? Nope, never played San Andreas. I remember seeing it and thinking, wow, I'd like to be able to ride motorbikes and bicycles in my GTA. But evidently not enough to actually get and play the game. My eldest brother, he had San Andreas, but nah, I don't know, maybe I was GTA'd out at the time. I did play a lot of GTA 3. Not only did I 100% the game, I then deleted my save and 100%ed the game without doing the first mission after getting agency. So as soon as you can choose to go to the next mission, I didn't, and then I glitched my way onto the other islands to find all of the hidden packages, get all the cars back to the places. This is without cheats, of course, because imagine cheating. Cheating might not have been against the rules, but oh, they didn't like me. They didn't like me doing that. It was really fun finding new ways to glitch into the islands. And I didn't have the internet at the time. I had to use ingenuity. I was convinced you could jump across the busted out bridge. What's it called? I think the Callahan Bridge. Building pyramids of cars to reach new places. Oh, it was great fun. Learning to fly the Dodo. Oh man, as soon as you were able to get over to Shoreside Vale and get yourself that Dodo, the whole game opened up. Alright, Roofy, you got something for me. I don't know what it is, but I'm having it. Jake, people have made chat interaction mods for GTA. Would that interest you? It would, as long as it's GTA 3. What tail? There is no tail. Let's move. Nothing but bad memories in the Dodo. Dodo's great. Alright, game, don't crash on me now. Hey, there we go. Oh, wait. Is this a new mission or not? It didn't say continue. Oh, jeez. What do I even have to do? When you say ram, I mean, it's happy enough to ram everything else. I did not lose my target, it's right there. Okay, come on. I think we're still on mission 4 now then, or phone call 4, because we haven't had another phone call. Hubcaps do not fly off that readily. Oh, I see now, it's got a damage meter of its own. Is it taking damage from hitting other things, I wonder? Well, it's not really hitting other things now, is it? There, how's that? Oh, jeez. Are all my taps doing the same damage to it? And did it take any damage from that? I'm trying to see if it's taking damage from making its own mistakes. But I kind of also have to concentrate on hitting it myself. I'm like 2 kilometers per hour faster than it is. Oh, and I'm on a timer as well? Man, this game is a little cruel. Alright, to be continued. Again. Bust him out. Okay. To where? Alright, I can kind of see where. Is this really still Chapter 4? Or is this Chapter 5? I need Radu's input on this. It wasn't a phone call, but it was a meeting. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like seeing all those coppers. Whoa, that one's slick. God damn, my headlights are out. Still on 4. Long time since played, says Pandy. Yeah, I know. Lost me as I rammed into the bridge. Stay away from me, psychic coppers. Alright, here. You're home. Alright, sweet. We save, and save often. Mission 5, or Chapter 5, or Phone Call 5. No time for cutscenes, no time at all. Go to the first restaurant. Alright. It's like a pub crawl, but for fatties. You're gonna quit if it crashes again? Why even save? In case I run into that situation again where I have to do part 2 of a mission and I have only a sliver of damage left. Oh, okay. Maybe that kind of jump did necessitate a hubcap flying. Smash through the what? You mean here? Oh, okay. Ah, so we're putting restaurants out of business. Not really being a team player in terms of the local economy, but that's Miami for you. I gotta keep the window makers in business, if nothing else. Smash Restaurant 3, okay. Wow, I'm getting a felony for hitting a lamppost. That was a horrible amount of felony to get, actually. Not to mention the damage trickling in. Yeah, if this game had the gall, there would have been pedestrians in there as well to smoosh. Yeah, what was that scene in GTA 3? Eat till you explode. The humor was not lost on me. More restaurants, James? What do you even eat in Miami? Probably lead. Am I even going the right way here? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've only been in Miami Airport, admittedly for way too long, so I don't really have anything to say about the place. Alright, smashing. Last restaurant. Sweet, I hope this is a one-shot. I need that to save on the time. Easy there. Watch the chrome job, Chrome Dome. Oh, wonder if I have any hubcaps left at this rate. At the time, it was probably amazing that the game was speaking in reaction to what you're doing. Oh, it's not saying to be continued. Ah, crivens. No time for that. Oh, we're still on the 5th phone call. At least it was... Oh, that means I can't save! Just tapping it forward, Copper, don't mind me. No need for saving when you have time stop technology. It's more like I don't want to play through these again at all. Don't mind me, Copper. Hey, the cop's running the red there. That's some level of abuse. I'm going the wrong way, haven't I? Massively. Is this the right way then? Yeah. If I put the pedal down. Sneaky Sicko says, come on, it crashed once. Oh, come on, he only murdered someone once. That's how stupid you sound right now. There are places to be. And phone calls to receive. Nice of the Copper to not mind me driving up the middle of the road as long as I was doing it under 60 miles per hour. Oh shoot. Too busy reading chat, too busy not reading my map. Well, it was only a small amount of felony, but now they're going to be after me regardless. There goes my hubcap again. Whoa, whoa, okay. Well, looks like I would have gotten felony anyway. Sweet. Off we go. Ooh, that was good. Thread the needle. Oh, I've been good at that. And I continue to be good at that. Out of the way. That's not good. That is very not good. Oh, sweet Jesus, that was terrible. Again, music far too whimsical for the situation. Oh no, coppers are on me. If there's so much as breathe on my car, I'm done. Oh no! Not even the coppers doing me in. Just very slowly getting nudged into a lamppost doing me in. Alright, well, back to it. It's another 5 or so minutes down the drain. I believe we're on mission 5 right now. So I need to do this and then 2 more. That's going to leave me with like 10 minutes each. Well, it does leave me with 10 minutes each, starting now. Am I going the wrong way again? No, not yet. Yeah, this is mission 5. Whoa, what? Maybe it's because I ran a red. Well, I get felony anyway, so it's alright if I just get there without getting mangled or maxing out my felony. But getting rammed by that policeman on the way back here was the worst. I mean, the police run reds. Tell you, it's double standards in Miami. Remind me never to come here again. So, Deathshed, is your game on the list or not? If not, when did you send it to me? Okay, I don't have the time or dexterity to go in. Oh hell, let's just get that music going again. I better not fail by a few seconds. Do all the weekly one-shots get tested for a challenge? No, God no. Barely any of them do. And that's fine, right? I am perfectly happy with weekly one-shots just being finger-in-the-air levels of testing. I think people that do lots of testing for the weekly one-shots are going way above any reasonable expectation. I actually don't like it as well because it puts... oh no, no! Getting double-teamed here. Let's get out of there. It puts a bit of pressure on me to actually do the weekly one-shot because, you know, people have put time and effort into it, and I'm obviously going to hurt their feelings if I go, you know, I'm just not interested in this. Of course, that depends on the person. Oh, what is going on here? Where are my burnouts anyway? I meant to mash the pound sign and get super speed. Right click the video, hit loop. Well, I'm a bit busy right now. Add 50% to speedrun. Oh god, no. Using speedrun times for weekly one-shots is one of the biggest noob traps you can do. Oh, that's grim. That's another 5 minutes down the drain. Yeah, if you just take punishment, if you just take speedrun times and add to it, doesn't matter what you add. Speedruns are doing the game as fast as possible, meaning they know the game inside out and are often using exploits. And no blind run can compete with that. Damn, I think I knocked out my lights again. It's gonna make seeing a bit harder. Oh, this is going rough. Can I just restart here and now? I'd like to be able to see what I'm doing. Shit, you can clear Morrowind in 7 minutes, right? I've never played Morrowind, and I'm kinda happy keeping it that way. I don't think I've even seen the game, but if I had to make a guess, it's probably open world fantasy RPG. Western RPG at that. Which certainly ticks all the boxes for something I do not want to play. There's probably magic and elves. And staffs and cliché types of magic. Am I getting it right or am I way off here? There are 7 different types of elves. You'd hate it, Jake. There you go. Around elves, watch yourselves. Their ears aren't the only knives they're carrying. Hey, you did enjoy Overlord 2, Jake. Correct, I enjoyed playing a few hours of Overlord 2. I would not have enjoyed playing more of it, that's for certain. It's like this game, I'm not having a miserable time here, but if I had to play much more of it, I certainly would be. Knowing that there's only 25 minutes of this, at most, remaining, is comforting. It's like knowing you're gonna die someday. Right. Let's skedaddle. There's a lot of people driving down to the docks tonight. Oh wow, that policeman actually wanted to conserve his own life. He didn't ram at... Oh, well, no, I take that back. He wants to die as well. Just like all the others. Alright, come on. If I get through this, then I'll still have 10 minutes apiece for the next 2 missions. Which might not seem that reasonable, but you never know. Come now, whimsical music. Yeah, there we go. Baited you out. Hope I don't have to shake the coppers to get out of here. Sneaky Sicko says, Jake, the magic system in Morrowind is quite interesting. Since you can create your own spells. Okay, I can create my own spells in A Magical High School Girl, or in Magicka, or in Magicka 2. I really wasn't into Magicka for what it's worth. Come on, this mission's been way too long. Can we be done with it, please? Why in God's name are we not done yet? I should have let the cutscene play out so it might crash and then I could just say this run is inconclusive. Damn, I forgot when it rains, the roads turn into an ice rink. Wait, is that metro taking 90-degree turns? American public transit. One of the wonders of the world. What do you mean too slow? I can see the thing! Oh, crikey. This is misery. Uh-oh, this is about to be a too slow man, I think. Can't handle any delays. Oh, boy. Aren't you glad the Nancy Drew Marathon is over so you can enjoy games like this? No, no, I'm not. I mean, the Nancy Drew Marathon had to end at some point, but, Christ, look at the turning on that. Maybe we should change it so that every runner has to do every game. Then we can expand the marathon. I feel like I'm driving with the handbrake on. Come on, put the foot down. Alright, should have enough on it now. I think this is a too slow. Oh my days, that's rough. This car is so slow. Really can't afford to be hitting things like cars and lampposts though. It stops you dead. I mean, GTA 3 had it right. You just take the lampposts with you. Hell, even UK Truck Simulator did that. I think the only American transit that I've used is those old styly trolley cars in San Francisco. And oh my goodness, they were something else. They combined the speed of walking with the comfort of a park bench. Alright. Come on, no time for slow! Oh, I think oh, well, hey, if they want to stop, that's good news for me, right? Whew. Yeah, the cable cars. How are we still not done with the 5th phone call? Man, this whole run feels remarkably unfair. Okay, let's go. Go, go, go. Am I in the same town? No, is that a Knob Hill? Nice, that wasn't a felony. Which Left 4 Dead are you streaming later? Left 4 Dead 2. But we're going to run the Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns, including the newer one that was added. And jings, that's not long from now. I mean, what are they meaning with come back later? Do they expect me to, Oh, no felon. No, we have a little bit of felony. They expect me to just drive off for a while? Oh yeah, the CS Source games that have been added to the game are such a load of ass. I don't think they fit in with the game whatsoever. The worst one's the knife, because I keep thinking it's adrenaline. Not to mention the animations for them are way out of whack. So no, I'm not really happy with the update, but there is a new scenario. And maybe by adding to the player numbers, we can somehow convince Valve that maybe they shouldn't drop all their good old games like Ugly Children. Do I want that turn? No, I'll take the next turn. Come on now, Killer 2. We all know that Valve cannot count to 3. Oh no, that's not a good move. Are we still in Miami? Seems like a lot of greenery in the distance. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that they don't want there to be a tail when I do the drop-off. But I think I've lost it, largely. There you go. How are we still not done? Okay, there we go. After all that, that was still only 5 missions. We still need to do 6 and 7. Alright, Levi, let's go. Yeah, let's start by going the wrong way. Hold on, we're in Chinatown now? Never been to China, but I don't think it looks like this. Let's measure twice and cut once. Next right, and then left. Don't mind me, Copper. Whoa, whoa, what am I even doing, Copper? Something to make you fly off the rails, that's for sure. Go to someone's liqueurs, okay. How many missions were there on that fifth phone call though? 6 or 7 of them? It was madness. Is this the last call? No, this is the 6th out of 7. We got like no chance of doing this, which is gutting. Alright. Jeez, you're getting mounted by the police here. It's a dangerous part of town. Yeah, I think these homing cops went to Castle Malloy to get their jetpacks. Well, who knows, maybe I just need to drive to this liqueur place and we're done, and then we get on the phone call 7 and it's just, I don't know, help an old granny cross the road, and it's game, set, and match. Alright, let's go for flying lessons again. Huh. That wasn't as bad, maybe it's up here. Let's go! Okay, I guess it only goes sky high if you end up mounting a car. Get yourself to Russian Hill. Is this just Minority Island? Oh, jeez. Who is it saying Driver 2 is good? Somebody put Driver 2 in as a punishment game, so I'm not convinced that it's going to be any good. Dare I suggest that you're looking at it through nostalgia goggles. You know, if we hadn't had that tutorial, and again, dare we even call it a tutorial, I'd have an extra 35 minutes to play with, and then I think I'd be in a good shot for beating the game. Well, maybe not the game, but the challenge at least. But as it stands, I don't think 4 minutes 50 is enough to... oh my days. To get through this. And to add to the considerable amount of misery, we're on a time limit to go to different places, and we don't know how many different places we have to go to. Oh. double or nothing within another 30 minutes? That's not how it works. Besides, that would mean, one, that I fail and have to eat a punishment game, and get another punishment game, and I get the punishment of playing more of this. The trouble with people putting in weekly 1 punishments is, if I'm blind to the game, I have no idea how bad they are. And that is the case with the entire Driver franchise. I had never played or seen these games before. But holy moly, this is terrible. Looking forward to cleaning my hands of the whole situation. GTA 3 next, says Wormborn. We already ran GTA 3. Now, I loved that game as a kid, but it did not age well. A classic, sure, but I think given the choice, I would sooner pick up a newer GTA. Maybe. I mean, the games might not be for me anymore. I find myself increasingly disfranchised with open world games. At the time, open world was inherently fascinating. But now, it's very much been there, done that. Suspect's getting rammed by vehicles. Ease off the subject. Oh, okay. Oh. That was rough stuff. That was really, really rough stuff. I don't want to let that timer run out to the 2-hour mark. No, that is an abject failure. Which means it is time, as it all too often is, to roll the punishment wheel. Just give me a minute as I set it up. Alright, here we go. The punishment wheel that I'd say we all know and love, but there's a lot of ass on this wheel. Deathshed is saying, please add Brother in Arms Earned in Blood. Well, I'm afraid you're much too late, Deathshed. We already started the weekly one-shot, and if you can't be punctual, you don't get on the list. Alright, randomize the list, and then give it a spin. Whatever we land on is going to be our next punishment game. When we run it, I don't know. But it won't be... Oh, not Dino Crisis, not Cool World, maybe. Or... Oh, it is! It's Cool World on the Super Nintendo. It almost made it to Hunt Down the Freeman. But thankfully it did not. My question is, who put in Cool World? I can check that. No, I'm trying to check it. Cool World came in from Shadow Slicer 29. It was True Leveler that put in Hunt Down the Freeman, but that one evidently did not get rolled. So that will be our next punishment game, and I'm sure there's going to be another punishment game coming real soon because we're on a failure role when it comes to the weekly one-shot. In any case, cheers for Rado for submitting this week's weekly one-shot. We'll be back with another one next week, I think. And until our next stream, which is going to be Left 4 Dead 2 with the bad boys of Brexit in under an hour, it's a very swift cheers from me. And thank God we don't have to play any more Driver.